Hi guys, I just want to go over this trading plan. This is the Fibs strategy, and I just want to go over the 8 stages of it for you. So this is broken down 8 stages. It's about half an hour long. Just have a go through. If you want to go more in depth on each stage, they are on my YouTube channel. Okay, so have a look at that. Also, I just want a quick disclaimer out there. This is education only. This is not financial advice. Okay, I only do this for education. This is my the way I do stuff. Everyone's got their own different way of doing it, so just have a look and yeah, adapt it to how you want to adapt it and how you trade. Everyone's different, so they have different ways of doing it. But like I said, I just want to make sure this is like it's education only and it's not financial advice. Hope you like the video. Please like and share my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Thank you. First thing we need to do, stage 1, we need to identify the trend itself. Okay, so 1 trend. Okay, so we need to know the trend. Okay, so how we do that? Okay, we need to work out market structure. The easiest way to do market structure, okay, so we have to basically work out breaker structure, as you can see, right? So what we do, all I do here is I go back previous to the left, okay, and all I do is mark where it broke the previous high or the previous low. As you can see what's happening here. This is trending up, but I want to show you how I mark it up to say, yeah, it's definitely trending up. Okay, as you can see, it is trending up. Okay, breaker structure, right, and to me this is trending up. Okay, now another one that you could use as well, see this 55 EMA, which you should have on anyway if you've gone by previous lessons. Okay, if price is above it or below it. Okay, as you can see, it stayed above it quite a lot, sometimes dipped, but in a pullback, which is a good thing, which I'm going to explain exactly as well for this trade, because when it pulls back below that, it's a good indication that it's going to basically pull back to your area and then shut off, but we'll go through that in a minute. As you can see, this is all trending up, so as you can see, it's broker structure. Now that is basically how we work out. So what I do here is I go, okay, so you've got a higher low, higher low, and I just do these on the 4-hour time frame. Higher, okay, higher low. As you can see, it's trending up. This one out here, high. Yeah. This would have been here, would have been a high low, and it would have been this one here. Okay, so as you can see, that bounced up, and if I put the as you can see, and then so on. Okay, does that make sense? As you can see there. Now another way you can do it as well, guys, make it easy for yourself. See, we come up here on the top right hand, top in the middle, got candles, it's right here. Click on that and it gives you lines. Okay, and as you can see, look, it goes up, and that's sometimes a lot easier to see these peaks. Okay, and then we'll always show you later on how to mark other areas up as well. Okay, so this is the Fibs trading plan, and this is what we need to do: market structure, work out higher highs, higher lows. That's right, uptrend. If I want to go downtrend, it'll be lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Okay, so on. Okay, let me just do a downtrend for you now. We can find one quickly. Find one. Okay, got one here. Okay, so just for instance, you go here, as you can see, broke structure there. Okay, then broke structure again. Okay, so this would be, okay, this one would be lower high, sorry, and this will be lower low, and then this one would be lower high, and then this one would be lower low, and then this one would be lower high. Does that make sense? Okay, and so on, and all the way down, and then it'll be lower low here. Okay, and then obviously start reversing it back up again to go uptrend. But that's basically it. So that's easy to trend. Just make sure it's breaker structure, the last, so you can work out the last high or low. All right, and what it's breaking. So this is obviously as it's going up, it's breaking the last high. And when it's coming down, it's breaking the last low. Okay, that makes sense. Last low. Okay, so on to the next one. Okay, so we've identified the trend and it's just trending up. Okay, so just say you came to the chart here. Now, next thing we do, we have to wait for breaker structure. So to wait for breaker structure. Okay, so once we've got we have to wait for breaker structure. So what I normally do, if I need to do something, I just set an alarm. Now I can't set alarms on replay mode, so what I'll do is, all you need to do with set alarm, by the way, is just come across here and press it, and it'll come up, and then you would do it. It'll say you set alarm on it. This is not because it's in replay mode. Or for instance, for alarm, all I'll do is just put a line. So what I'll do, just put a line across. Right. So that's my alarm set. Okay, and that is basically it for that. Okay, and that is stage 2. Okay, set an alarm and waiting for breaker structure. So set alarm, wait for breaker structure, set alarm, done. Okay, and you want a clean body of a candle, so you want the whole candle to break, and then you're waiting for the next part of it, for the next stage. Okay, if you don't want the wick and then come down, you want the body of the candle. Okay, clean break. So that's stage 2. Okay, wait for breaker structure, set an alarm for breaker structure if it's not already broken structure already. Okay, if it has, then you go to the next stage anyway. Okay, on to the next. Stage 3. Okay, waiting for the return. Okay, so first thing we do, we got the trend, and then we wait for the breaker structure, and then we wait for the return of it. Okay, so let's see if it breaks structure, and then we go for stage 3, which is wait for the return. Right, we've got the alarm set, we've gone off, okay, about doing what we're going to do for the day, and we just wait for the return. Okay, so let's go. Okay, once the alarm's gone off, we come to the chart itself. Okay, and then we just monitor it. The alarm's gone off for the breaker structure. Waiting for the trend. Okay, to return. Also, the charts to return. Okay. Okay, so that is the next stage now. So that's stage 3, waiting for the return. As you can see, it's returning. Okay. That's stage 3, waiting for the return. As you can see, it's returning now. We have to wait for a breaker structure, just in case you don't know. A good candle above the breaker structure. What we don't want is a wick and then it starts dropping. That's not breaker structure. This is obviously breaker structure because it's gone right through with other candles, but just be aware that if it came to say, I'll just show you now, if it came to say there, okay, and then reversed, it wouldn't be breaker structure. It has to be the whole candle. Okay, does that make sense? So let's get back to what we went originally. Okay, right, that's what we got to now. So on to the next one, stage 4, pull the fibs out. Stage 4, okay, pull the fibs out. Just one, I'm not sure if I mentioned the previous part of this video that you set the you do the trend all on the 4 hour, and once you've put your waiting for your breaker structure and you're putting the alarms on for the breaker structure, it's all done on the 1 hour. So when you pull your fibs out, it's all done on the 1 hour. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 1 hour. So just so you know, okay, and the trend is identified on the 4 hour. Okay, and the rest is all done on the 1 hour as well. Okay, pull the fibs out. Now you can do the fibs on the 30-minute or the 1 hour, but it's totally up to yourself. Yeah, and also you can also drop down to later on, which I'll show you again in a minute. You can jump from the 1 hour to the 15-minute, but that's up to yourself when you enter the trade. But we'll go through this as it is. So once we've got this, okay. And we'll wait, and we've come up to the, so you come to the chart here, you've had your alarm on, but you didn't get to the chart till later over here, and then it starts pulling back. Okay, so we need to get the fibs out. Now, how to do the chart itself, sorry, the fibs itself, what we need to do is come over here on the left hand side, click, and then it'll say fibs retracement. Okay, now, because we're doing a buy, we go the bottom left, we click it, okay, and drop, and we go to wick to wick. Okay, so just click it, drag it to the right, top right, and then let go, top of the wick. Now if you're doing a sell, okay, it's just the reverse. Okay, top of the wick, click it, and then drag it to the bottom right, and then click it again, and that's it. Simple. So okay, so we're doing it again. Okay, all you're doing is bottom of the wick, click, drag it to the right, click, and that's it there. And what I do then is this alarm, okay, if I come to the chart here, now I like it on the 50, but obviously it's hit the 50 already. What you can do is you can set it, so I set alarm on the 50, once it goes off, then I set another alarm for the 618. So I'm going to set alarm for the 618 now. Okay, so that I missed one little stage out there, but that's up to yourself. How you want to play it, you can do straight to 618 when it comes to it. Then it's just not jumping in straight away. You don't want to jump in, you want to be patient. Well, even when it hits your area, you want to be patient. I want to show you one thing in a minute as well. If, say for an instance, let me just put there, say we go take this back here, say we wait for breaker structure, and we come to the chart now, you can put your fibs out, okay, so you click on the bottom and you put the fibs out, and then you can put your another alarm, you broke structure, you can move your alarm to the 618 or the 50, like I said. So I'd sometimes do 618 there and do this, and then what happens is when you play it, okay, you just keep moving your fibs up. So now say you come to the chart now, you just move your fibs up, and then your alarm's moved, and you just move it up to 618 or the 50, depending on what you got, and again, okay, and you could just adjust the fibs accordingly, right, and just try and get a more accurate entry. Okay, now as you can see, right, so I'm just gonna rewind this a little bit. I don't want it to go that far. Okay, right. So let's take this one off. Don't need that one. Okay, so you come to the chart here. We make sure this is all legit. Happy days at the top. So now we're waiting for an area to come in now, and then that's what we do. We mark up the 618. The alarm's set on it already. I mark the 618 up, and the 71, and that's my area there. Okay, like I said, we set an alarm on the golden zone and we let it run, okay, and then we'll go to the next stage. So that I've done actually 2 stages there because they're quite close together. Okay, I've done 5 as well, so this is 4 and 5. I've done set alarm for golden zone, okay, which is the 0.6 to 0.71. All right, on to the next. Stage 6, waiting for the W and the M. So we need a reaction on the area on the golden zone, which is this area here. So we've put an alarm on it, like I said, we put an alarm before that, so the 618. So we need it to come to this area. So let's play this, and then we'll look for the next one then. I just want to show you something before it hits the area, because it does hit the area, right? As you can see, it hit the 50, 61, now 50. Now, if this went up, I want to explain this before we do this. If this went up, because otherwise I might forget, and went like that, okay, because it came back to the 50, my next area, right, I would look at this area here. It just pierced the Bollinger Band. But it didn't go, it came down, it hit the 50 and went, carried on, and then it's dropping down. So I keep it on. But if it broke structure, these previous highs here, then I would look to move. My fibs would just basically do this. I'll take the fibs off and I put a new set of fibs. Okay, and I put a set of fibs like that. If that makes sense. Yeah. So if this carried on like that and went up and then came back down, I've been looking, this high's been broken, so my fibs then, next area will be here to here. So I'll be moving them from here, right, from here to here, because it's my new range, because it broke structure. Does that make sense? So you just keep moving your fibs up if it didn't come back to your area. So I use the 50, and that's my good enough pullback for it, so then I would move my fibs up. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we're just going to put these back. Okay, we've got our area. It hasn't still not hit yet. Okay, now it's hit. Okay, my alarm's gone off. Okay, and it's hit my area. Okay, now we're looking for a W. Okay, so if what I normally, this is what I normally do for myself. I normally jump down to the 15-minute once it hits my area, and I look for a W there, right? But you can wait for a W here, and then you can see you have got a W as well. So it comes down. Oh, don't give me it. It's come down, up, down, up. Okay, and you can do it on the 15-minute as well. Okay, as you can see, you got a W there. On the 15-minute, because it hit my area, I'd have probably got in around about this area here. But okay, but for now, we're not going to do it. We're going to do it on the 1 hour. Okay, it does work on the 1 hour. And we're going to run it on that. Okay, so it's coming to my area now. Once we've done that, we then go to the next stage. Okay, so we've got a W, we're happy with that. Now we need to go to the next stage, and so we've got, so stage 6. Let me just, stage 6, waiting for the W. Okay, now if it was a sell, we're looking for an M. Okay, but because we're looking for a buy, okay, we look for a W, basically a down bounce. We want this bouncing off around the area and up. Now these W's or M's don't have to be exact. As you can see here, it tapped that area, came back down, went back down, tapped it again. So I've got 2 taps into it, and then I've got a push off, and that's what you're looking for. Okay, and that was on a 1 hour as well. So that was a good little tap. All right, so I hope that makes sense on that one. So on to the next one. Let's go to stage 7. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So we just covered the waiting for the W or the M. Okay, now we are waiting for the close above or below the 55 AMA. Now, because we're doing a buy, we close above it. If you're doing a sell, then you would close below it. Okay, so now we need a break of that 55 EMA. The 55 EMA there is there. If you need about the settings, let me know and I'll go get the settings for you. But it's a very, very good indicator that it's going to go the opposite way once it breaks for a trade. Okay, so what we're looking for now, we need this 55 line to be broken. And once that's broken, now you can set alarms on the, if you've got it as an indicator on here, and you can set alarms on it as well. If you need to know again, let me know and I'll show you how to set an alarm on the 55 EMA. But for now, we're just going to wait for that break of above the 55 EMA. Right, now we've got a break of the 55 EMA. Let me just come back slightly. Okay, so there's the break of the 55 EMA. Let me just take this line out. Okay, so break of the 55 EMA. Now, once we've got that, okay, we go to the next stage, 8, enter on the close of the candle. Let's go to the next one. So we just covered wait for the close above or below the 55 EMA. Again, if it's a buy, we're looking above. If it's a below, sorry, it's a sell, we're looking for below it. Okay, so now as you can see, it's closed above the 55 EMA. Now I mentioned before to stay above this line. If it stays above this line, okay, then you know it's trending up. Now as it's coming back, we're looking for a pullback anyway, but once it closed above it, but it hasn't hit my area, but then it pulled back again, it broke it. That's why I'm saying when it closes above it again, that's where you're looking to get that buy. You can see it stays above. Now you could ride the trend with this when you put the trade on, but all we're doing now, okay, we're going to put a trade on now, and we're going to go for a long. Okay, to do the long, you just need to click on the left hand side. Okay, it's these little ones here. Click on the left hand side, you go for a long because we're doing a buy. Sell is a short, so we do a buy. Click on that. Okay, we just click where we want the trade itself. Okay, go stop loss to the low, and then we go for 2 to 1s. Okay, and then move this out of the way. Okay, this is, like I said, this is on the 1 hour. You know, like you said, I drop down sometimes to the 15-minute. If I drop down the 15-minute, I want to show you quickly. Right, okay, there's a W there, but if you look here, there's actually another smaller W. Right, okay, there, and above, and I could have entered just here or here, a little bit lower, and it'll be in and out quicker than what I am going to be now. But hey, it's not a problem. Okay, as long as you've got your trading plan, you stick with your trading plan, that's fine. So now we do is we're entered on there, and then we play it, and look, off to the races. Bingo. So a very easy strategy to learn. Okay, but yeah, if you could master this, then good effort. It's easier strategy to learn. Just got a few little bits to add on, like breaker structure, working out the trend. I think the hardest bit, if you know the trend itself, then you can then break a structure, and then you're working out the where the pullbacks are going to come to. As long as you've got them areas correct on the fibs, then you're good to go. But it's a bit of just an art. It's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. So we've got the last one is enter on the close of the 55 EMA. Okay, that's it. Now like I said before, stop loss at the low, the last low, and target the next structure straight. Aim for 1 to 2 on it. So I hope that makes sense. So let's just recap quickly. I'll do a little quick recap on what we've just gone through now. Hey guys, so you like the 8 stages of this strategy. I've gone through quite slow time for everyone, so I think it's should be beneficial to everyone. So let's just recap this completely. Okay, so we identify the trend on the 4 hour. Okay, so we need to know what is trending. Okay, now you can get indicators saying what's trending, that's fine. But if you work out your trend yourself, what's trending on the 4 hour, and then we work on that bias. If it's trending up on the 4 hour, then we're looking for buys. Okay, you're not looking for sells, you're looking for buys, because you know it's trending up in the 4 hour. As you can see, this is trending up. Now for the next stage of it, we know it's trending up. We need to wait for breaker structure for the previous. Like I said, it came down here, stopped, and then we wait for breaker structure. So we wanted, it came up here, down here, and as it was coming up, wait for breaker structure, so it set an alarm. So we waited for breaker structure. But we do that on the 1 hour, okay? So we did this here, we set an alarm here, okay, on the breaker structure. Oh, 2 seconds, wrong one. Yeah, we set an alarm here, and as it came up, then we wait for that alarm to go off. And then after that, the next stage, stage 3, we're waiting for the return of it, okay? So then it starts returning. Okay, now like I said before that, as it returns, you could return here, and then you can put the fibs out. So you can jump from stage 3 to 4 straight away. It doesn't matter, because then what you do then is it starts returning and then it goes up again. You just move the fibs up as it goes. So go from there to there. So it doesn't make much difference if you do stage 3, okay, or stage 4, because they could work out either or, if you get what I was trying to say, because it could start returning and then push back up, and you've already pulled the fibs out. And all you need to do is move the fibs up, easy as it goes up. Okay, So that's another one. So you've got stage 3 or 4, pull the fibs out as well as wait for the return. Then obviously once you pull the fibs out and it starts returning and you're happy with it, you just have to keep moving your area for your 618 and your 771, okay, which is this area here, the golden zone. Okay, once you've marked it, you obviously if you're moving the fibs up, you move it slightly up and down again. Okay, something else to think about. Like I said before, if it comes back down and it comes to your 50, okay, because your alarm's on the, I always set alarm on the 50, or you can set alarm on the 618, it's up to yourself. I do it at 50 because it gives me enough time to then get to the charts to check if it's come down to 618, okay, so, but that's up to yourself how you want to play it. Once the alarm's gone off, okay, to say your zone, or say it come down, sorry, apologies, go back again. If it comes down here and hits the 50, your alarm goes off, okay, then you move your alarm, next alarm to 618, but it doesn't hit the 618 and then starts going up, that's fine. If it breaks structure, like I said before, then I would then think about moving my pit fibs up. If it doesn't break structure, then I'd leave it on to see it might come back down like it did here, because it never broke, it just came back down and then it dropped again. But if it broke structure, then I'd be thinking about moving my fibs from here, bottom here, up to the next one here like I showed you before. Okay, so you keep it on even though it's hit, but then it's still valid until it's broke structure. Then it's not valid, then you're moving your fibs, if that makes sense. Okay, once we then get here and the alarm goes off, okay, now I drop down sometimes from the 1 hour to the 15 minute. It's totally up to you. You can leave it on the 1 hour. Then you're looking, right, waiting for that. You're waiting for a W. Okay, so once it's hit the area, you're looking for a W. As you can see here, you've got a W. Okay, like again, you jump down a 15 minute, look for the wait for the W, right? Once you've got that, then you jump into stage 7, which is the close of the, you want basically the wait for the close above or below the 55 EMA. Okay, so you're waiting for it to hit the 55 EMA, and this is this line here. Like you said, 15 minute, you're going to be quicker. An hour, you're not. You're going to be a lot longer. Totally how you want to play it. Depends on what your busy schedule is. So here I waited on the hour and it broke it. Then stage 8 will be enter on the close of the candle. Once it's closed, you enter. Now you can enter slightly after because you might get a small bit of pullback. So you've got a couple of hours. Like I said here, it went down, pulled back down again. It come back up. You could still get in slightly if it's a couple of candles, but any more than 3 or 4 candles, probably 4 candles, I'd probably leave it. So, but just don't rush it. If you miss it, you miss it. It's one of them things. So I hope that makes sense. Quick recap there of the actual strategy. Also put this trading tick list out as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. But yeah, thanks very much. Take care. Bye. So hello again. Yeah, so hope you liked the video. I hope it was beneficial to yourselves. 8 stages of this strategy. The actual trading plan is in the notes of this video. So yeah, you're more than welcome to take a copy of that. But like I said, it's 8 stages, broken down quite easy. I think the hardest part of this, of any trading, is to know if it's trending up or it's trending down or consolidating. Yeah, if you can find the trend and trading with the trend, so trend is your friend, that's the easiest part of it. And then it's just looking for that area to get in. And if you can master that, then yeah, you're doing well. So yeah, thanks very much. Like I said before, this is only education and it's not financial advice at all. So thanks very much. But yeah, please like and share my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.